All right, welcome in everybody. A very fun sports week ahead. But first, last week we talked about two Oak Hill High School students, AJ Bain and Landon Goff, and their incredible journey as friends and as powerlifters and how they've gotten to this point where they're now top of the top here in West Virginia as powerlifters, and they're going to be going to West Virginia University and and being on the powerlifting team there as well. Well, I got to sit down and talk with them in studio today about this accomplishment, about how they got into it and what they're looking to do moving forward. Here it is. AJ, we'll start with you. You know, people love to work out all the time. That everybody likes to work out. Most people do. But then to take it to a workout level and make it competitive and really get to a point where you're competing in events, how do you get from just working out, loving it, to taking it to a legit competitive sport as you guys have?
That's a great question. You know, it was kind of weird. So me and him both started working out just to like get in better shape. I was extremely overweight, and it got to the point that I was like, I started losing weight, got really into it, and then some people told me, they were like, hey, you seem like pretty like naturally strong. You ever heard of powerlifting? So just like recommendations through like people through the gym and people that I know who were like powerlifters, and I became friends with them, and they were like, you should try it. So I tried it. I tried the lifts, and it was like naturally I was like, hey, I'm pretty good at this, and I really enjoyed it and liked it, and it was just like, it just went from there.
So about my freshman year, I started lifting, and like I was more into like the bodybuilding style of training, just to try to get in shape.
Yeah.
And then over time, I started, because I'm friends with him, so over time I started seeing him lift, and I was like, well, I want to do that too. And then so, I mean, it's just the feeling of like hitting a big PR, like a big weight like that. You just keep chasing and keep going forward, because you're just only going to keep growing.
Yeah, and the really cool thing about you two is you guys are really good friends.
Yeah.
So you're doing it together, you're coming up together, and you both are really, really good at it together. That's got to help you both kind of move through this journey together, right?
Yeah, so you don't really see a lot of people around here like in the sport. Like people lift, but they don't really get in, like the competitive like us. I mean, other than like Trey Foster, our coach, he started at Fayetteville and then Oak Hill. And so he's up in Morgantown now on the team, but there's not really much people else other than us two here. So it's really nice to have someone here to help me if I ever need it.
Now, AJ, moving forward, you guys are both going to West Virginia together, right? How does it go from there? Do they have a team there? Is it a powerlifting team? Do they compete against other universities? For those that don't know about powerlifting, how does it work at the college level?
So once you go from the high school level, there's a few high school teams, but you find those more in bigger states. Like here, we were probably, like at least at nationals, we were the only two from West Virginia there.
That's awesome.
In college level, you have college teams, and their big meet for college is called Collegiate Nationals, which is the high school version. High school, there was like 800 people. Collegiate, there's 1,200 that compete.
Wow.
And you take different teams. There's teams in Pittsburgh, Texas, Colorado. I mean, there's teams all over the place. So we'll go up there, be a part of that team. Once we're on that team, then it's like head to head against different teams, and there'll be like 20, 30 teams at one meet going against each other.
You talked about kind of how you feel after you're doing something incredible, hitting a big lift. Everybody goes to work out because they feel great after. It makes them feel good mentally, physically. But with you guys doing it at such a competitive level, it's got to make your spirits just feel high every day working out.
That's right. So, I mean, especially at a meet, because it's what you work up to for, like, say you do on a prep for 10 weeks. And so when you work up to that and you really get there and you put out on the stage what you did your whole prep, it really shows like, man, like I really did that. Like the discipline is really what's there. Like you have to stay, if you don't can train, then you're not going to do well at meet.
It can also be a really crushing feeling as well. Like you can go that whole time, like you put all this time and effort into it, and you get there and you mess like one little thing up, and then it's like, man, all that time kind of wasted a little bit.
I want to touch on one more thing. You talked about your coach, Trey Foster, and how this area, there's not that many powerlifters.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to kind of give back and try and coach others to come up kind of like Trey has done for you? We'll start with you, Anna.
You know, I feel like as I go on and get to like the collegiate like levels, you know, you meet so many people and like more minds, and like he's a great coach, and he did the same thing as us. He started in high school, moved up to college, and like he just moved around the game and he learned stuff. And once you learn stuff, and he reached out to me when I first got into it, and he noticed like I needed some help, and so he just reached out and was like, I want to try coaching, and he's expanded. I think maybe he coaches about 10 people now.
Wow.
So I mean, it's a lot at once, but you really see like big coaches, they'll probably have maybe about 40 to 50.
Okay.
So he'll keep expanding more, and he keeps learning through us. And so I'd like to maybe, you know, someone in the future like Trey, you know, reach out to someone younger that I know of that wants to get into the game and, you know, really help them out.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's probably great to have a mentor like that in Trey.
Oh, yeah. And like even like before Landon trained with Trey and before I trained with Trey, I helped Landon compete, like help him get ready for his first meet he ever did, because I already had one under my belt, so I knew a little bit more about it going into it. So I mean, I've helped Landon with that, and then there's constantly new people getting into the gym, and you see a lot of the younger generation getting into it, and just like anytime we can help, like it's glad to help, because like anytime we've done something stupid in the gym, we know where we've been and where we go to. So.
Well, it's awesome. I'm really glad I came across you two in this story. It's a great story. I can't wait to see what you guys do at West Virginia moving forward. Not only that, they're both straight A students, phenomenal students at Oak Hill High School. And they'll be attending West Virginia University this coming fall. AJ, Landon, thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.